If you don't understand the WordPress dashboard, you can easily break your site without even realizing it. In this video, I'll show you exactly what each section does, what to ignore as a beginner, and a few critical settings that you must change before you start building your website. In the previous videos, we installed WordPress locally on desktop and mobile. That way, we can begin working on WordPress without purchasing a domain or hosting first. In this video, let's look at the WordPress dashboard. The WordPress dashboard is kind of like the dashboard of a car. It is the control panel for the entire website. But just like a car, if you start pressing buttons without knowing what they do, well... So becoming familiar with the dashboard is crucial. Starting from the top, the Home tab gives you a quick overview of your website. You will see your current WordPress version, installed plugins overview, general WordPress news, and site health. Most beginners skip this, but under the Home tab here, we have updates. In here, you will find updates for WordPress, plugins, and themes. Keep this up to date to get the latest features and security patches. The post section is where all your blog posts live. Products in e-commerce plugins like WooCommerce behave very similar to posts behind the scenes. Next is the Media tab. This holds all the media files used anywhere on your website, including not only images but audio files, video files, and documents. Pages are the foundation of your website. Common examples of pages include the home page, about us, contact us, and services page. You'll be able to manage all your pages in this tab here. If you allow people to leave comments on your blog, their comments will be stored neatly here in the Comments tab. From here, you'll be able to approve, delete, and reply to them. We'll skip the next three tabs because they belong to Elementor and not WordPress itself. Let's move to Appearance. The Appearance tab is basically the styling department of your website. It contains everything we need to control how your website looks. Themes let you pick the overall design foundation of your website. Customize lets you tweak that design by changing things like colors and fonts. And Menus is where you build your navigation bars, footers, and sidebars. WordPress is very powerful in large part because it is very extensible. Plugins will allow us to add features like security, SEO, forms, and e-commerce. We'll cover the best plugins for a website in a future video. Sometimes you are going to be working on a website with a team. If this is the case, the Users tab will allow you to add users and manage their roles in the website. Administrators have full control over the website. They can edit and delete anything, including the website itself, and add and remove other users. Editors can publish, edit, and delete any content, but they can't add or remove users. Authors can only publish and manage their own posts. They can't edit anything that is not created by them. Contributors can write posts, but they can't publish them. An admin will need to approve their posts before they are published on the website. And finally, subscribers can only manage their profiles and leave comments on blog posts. The Tools tab is not often used, but the import and export options here are very important. These two will basically let you copy content from one WordPress website to another, which is very useful if you are migrating your website or managing 2 or more websites with the same content. This will save you a lot of time later on. We also have your site health here. This will show you potential conflicts and security errors. If you see anything that's critical here, make sure you resolve it to avoid a headache in the future. And finally, we have the Settings tab. This is arguably the most important section to get right before you start building your website. In the general settings, you can edit your site name and tagline. By default, WordPress sets the tagline to just another WordPress site, so change this or delete it so you don't look unprofessional on Google search results. Next is your WordPress dashboard URL and site URL. Don't touch these unless you know exactly what you're doing, because changing them incorrectly can break your site and lock you out of the dashboard instantly. If you plan on letting people create accounts on your website, make sure you check this membership box here so anyone can register. And finally, we have your time zones, time and date formats here. Let's move to the rating section. In here, I usually like to set the home page to static page and then select a page I created as the home page. Here's a pro tip. While you are building your website and it is not ready for the public yet, check this box here. This will stop search engines like Google from showing your half-baked website to the world. More about this in the SEO section. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe, then turn on the bell. In the next video, we'll look at the difference between pages and posts in detail. Thanks for watching and have a great one.